Hello there, it's time for another happy hour. And today I pulled these flowers out. I've had these for a while and they were kind of falling down in the package, so I had to stick them up on here, and I thought, you know what, let's just use them. They've been around for a while. So, and these are just junk mail flowers. I've made them, they're just very simple. So just out of junk mail. So figured let's make them into cards or something. So I pulled out these papers because I thought this has some red in it, so that would match. And they were just laying on my desk, so I figured why not. This has got red in it, so, or close enough. So I figured we could get a couple cards out of those. And then I pulled these two out because I thought they would match with these ones. So let's go ahead and see what we can do. And I also pulled out some leaves. All right, so first things first, we're going to have to cut these down to size. And that should be cut already. And 6 by 6, so let's do 5 1/4. And then by 3. Then we'll get 2 cards out of this. There, that's a good idea. And then with these, I guess we can do the same thing. Let's cut these at 5 1/4. And then at 3. There. And then we've got these scraps that we can use on the inside of the cards. So let's go ahead and trim these. There we go. Alrighty. So let's move these off to the side, and we're going to pull out a card. I may as well turn this over. Alrighty, and I've got a couple cards here. So let's use them. Alright, so I guess we're going to start out with this one. And that's really pretty. And then one of these flowers off. That's going to match up really, really nice. I do like that. All right, so, and that's polka dots, so we can put that polka dot on the inside. And I think that's going to be perfect. So let's go ahead and glue this on. I like that. Do I want anything on either side? That's the question. And this is definitely going on the inside. Ooh, that's pretty. Nope, I want the polka dots on the inside, so let's go ahead and do that. Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. Every time I get on to do a video, my stomach starts gurgling. Almost as bad as my cat. I love polka dots. This is so much fun. Oh, scissors, scissors, scissors. Did I leave them out here or did I put them somewhere else? I must have used them and not put them back. Oh, they're right here next to me. Ha ha ha. I did use them and I didn't put them back because they're hidden underneath here. Alrighty. Voila. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, that is really pretty. And you know what I think I'll do for this one? I think I'm just going to go ahead and, yeah, let's cut it. Just for a different look. There, and we'll put it on like that. That'll be neat. Such pretty paper. Oh my goodness. It's almost periwinkle. Such a pretty color. Nice. Alrighty. And then we can put this pretty flower down. That is so pretty. And that's funny, just out of junk mail. I just love it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get some glue on the back of there. And put it down on this corner. Why not? That's a good idea. And then let's see what kind of leaves we have here. That's pretty. That one, or we can do some of these. Oh, that's even prettier. Okay, that's definitely going on there. That looks really nice. That is sharp. Isn't that pretty? What a simple dimple card, but that's really pretty. I like it. Alrighty, so I think that's done for now. Good, good, good. Let's do the next one. We could do another one with that, with the whitish flowers. And this one, I think I'll just leave it. No, I want to cut this one apart too. But I think I'm going to do it this way. Yeah, why not? There. That way. Shall we cut it twice? Why not? Let's cut it twice. And then put it back together as a puzzle. That's always fun. There. Cutting it apart makes it look really neat. And you know what? If we put it all the way up against the edges, that's funky. I like that. Let's do that. Yeah, right against the edge. Why not? That's another thing I like about happy hour is just playing around with stuff. Doesn't have to be exact. Yep. Sometimes we just have to give ourselves permission to just play and have fun and just be different, be daring, especially since we're playing with paper. And we've got plenty of it, so let's just use it. Says Barbara, who saves every single little scrap. But it's true, it is just paper. That is neat. I like that. All right, then we need another one of these flowers, so let's take the next one off. That's pretty cool. I like that. Do we want it there? Up here? Nope, I like it right in the middle. All right, it's going in the middle. Voila. That's pretty. And a nice way to show this pretty paper off. All righty. And we can put that on there, or come on, get up there. That's pretty. I think that's a bit much. I think with the red it would look better. So for the white, I think I'm going to stick to the green. That one looks pretty. Ooh, right there. Okay. We'll put it right there on the left, upper left. Voila. Upper left, right there. And that is perfect. I like that. And then we need stripes for the inside. trim this bit off. There you go. That looks pretty. Alrighty. They look different just because of, and we start out with the same size paper, but look how different they look just because of cutting the paper differently. That's really cool. Okay, so next, let's do a red one. I want to do that one that's got that pretty orange on the back. All right, this one, I think I'll just leave this one solid. Why not? But maybe I'll put it off to one side. Like so. Alrighty. And we'll use one of these red ones. Here, we'll use the top one. Come on, get off of there. That's pretty. All right, let's get some glue on the back. Nope, on the bottom. That's pretty. And then with this. Yeah, see, that looks a lot better with the red. All right, I'm going to do that. Good idea. Now we need some dots. Which ones are these? The big ones? Good. Perfect. Alrighty, and then we'll squirt a little glue to boot. Why not? Just to make sure. Make sure that baby stays on there. Voila. That's nice. All right. It's nice to have different leaves. Should I put the other one on too? I think so. Oh, yes. Most definitely. There we go. And glue again. Perfect. That looks pretty. Okay, then we need red on the inside, or this strip rather. We can do that, or this. Let's do this. The opposite side. That'll be fun. Why not? That's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Turn that over and trim that excess off. That's nice. I like that. All right. So now we have 3 cards. Okay. And we've got this one. Let's do this one. That's so cute. Alrighty, I'm thinking maybe I should trim a little slight edge off of that so we can have a matching inside. Down to 3.5 inches, that'll work. Why not? Alright, let's get this on the inside. Alright. Perfect. All right, then we can put this on. And somebody sent this pile of paper to me, and they're just so pretty. That's nice. All right, and then a red, or should I do the red and white one? That one, or that one. I think I like that one better. All right, let's do it. Get her done. Ta-dum. And then some flowers with this one. We could do dark with polka dots. That's so cute. Or do we want the lighter ones with that little bit of pink on it? That kind of matches, doesn't it? I think I like that one. Let's do that one. There. That's pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Do we want another one? We could do another one. Yeah, let's do another one. That's pretty. We could even put another one on the inside, because I can see another one right there. That's pretty. And then this one on the inside, right there. Let's do that. That's pretty. All right. I like that. That's such dainty little paper. All right, this is fun. Okay, we've got one more white card left, and then I'll have to get some more out, but that's okay. I don't mind. All right, we've got another one of these red ones, and then two more of these ones. All right. So I'm thinking this one, maybe I should cut. Let's see, it's at 3 inches, so I wonder if I cut it down to be 1 inch, 1 inch. Or this way, and then cut this at 1/2 inch. That's an idea. There. That'll be pretty. So this will go right in the middle, and then we can put this on either side. That's nice. Okay, let's do that. It's one real fun thing about having double-sided paper is the back always matches. So that's a good way to use it. There, and then we just need to get glue on the back side of these. That's pretty. Purty, purty, purty. I think I like it. That's nice. Alrighty, and then another red flower. Do we want a red and white one? Ooh, now that one looks okay. That one looks nice. Or do we want this one on it? Oh, that one looks better. Okay. This is the one. Wonder if we should put it in the middle this time. Let's do that. Let's stick it right in the middle. Why not? And then we'll add that. Polka dotted leaves. That's pretty. Do I have another polka dot? Oh, yes, I do, right there. We can do that. There. That's pretty. Nice. We're getting through these. I've got 5 left, and we've got 2 of these pieces left, so that's good. All right, I need to get some more white paper. Oh, let's see. Alrighty, dighty. So let's fold some more of this. That went a little wonky. That's better. should be enough to make all these. There. Set that aside. And let's cut these. See, some days I just make simple dimple cards like this, and then other days I like to do more involved cards. There. Nice. All right, now we've got this piece here. So let's do the same thing that we just did with this one. That would be pretty. Let's cut off 2 half-inch pieces. There. That'll work. And then that'll go on the inside. Or on the either side. And we've got this piece for the inside. So that'll work. Nice. All right, then we'll do these. So if you're a prayerful person, please keep my sister Becky in your prayers. I'm leaving soon to go and stay with her for a little while because they think she has cancer, lung cancer. They found a node at the top of her, a little cluster at the top of her left lung. So, and they already did a biopsy, but that came back negative. But the CAT scan that they did where she swallowed the syrup that's supposed to go and make fluorescent any cancer, it was real bright there. So he thinks that he just didn't dig deep enough for the biopsy. So they're going to go in on the 21st and do another biopsy and leave her on the table and rush that biopsy down to the lab. And if it is cancerous, then they're going to turn her over and go ahead and remove part of her lung. So if you could keep her in your prayers, I would appreciate that. Because I know she's a prayerful girl too, and we definitely believe. My favorite scripture is, where 2 or more are gathered together in one thought, there will I be in the midst of them. That is my favorite all-time scripture. I just find a lot of comfort in that. So, yep. And I'm sure she would appreciate your prayers. Alrighty. And I would too. That's pretty. I like that. Okay, we got this flower. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Wonder if we should put that one in the middle again too. Let's do it just like the other one. Why not? That worked pretty darn good. And then we could do flowers on either side. So probably by the time this is playing, I'll be with my sister. I'm glad she's only a few hours away, just a couple hours. So, well, 3.5 hours it is. But that's a lot closer than it was when I was in Connecticut, because it was a good 10-hour drive from Connecticut. And 9 to 10 hours, depending on how many times we stopped. So this will be so much better to do it from here. Yep. And it makes me very thankful that I'm retired now and definitely have the time to be able to go and help her. That'll be nice. And yes, I just wiped that right on my sweatpants. That's really pretty. I'm liking these. Okay, I've got 4 flowers left. And I've got this one left. Oh, and that's got the blue on the back. You know what? Let's see what that one looks like. Let's do that one. Why not? Cut off another 1/2 inch. Halvesy, halvesy, and another halvesy. I'm liking the way that looks because that contrast really looks pretty. That just makes it pop so nice. All right, so let's go ahead and do this one. I love yellow and blue together. I just think that makes such a pretty color combination. All right, that looks nice. It's funny with all the variations that we can do. There's always a favorite. And this, I guess, is the favorite for today. Nice. Oh, that blue is gorgeous. So, so pretty. Okay, another one. That's really neat. I think this one I'm going to put up in the corner. That's pretty. Okay, and then some more leaves. Let's see. I'm liking these dark leaves. That's pretty, just like that. All right, that's sharp. Very nice. Okay, and then we can put this one on the inside. Let's do the polka dots up. May as well. There. Oops, move it up a little bit more. Oh, just trim it off, Barbara. If I try to slide it, it'll slide up and right off. Been there, done that. There. That's pretty. Okay. I'm liking these. All right, we still have 3 flowers left. So 1, 2, 3. Let go. Okay, good. And I can get rid of this. That's so sticky and yucky. All righty. These were some of the first embellishments that I made, and I made so many of them. All righty, 3 left. I've got 4 cards, so I need something else that's red. Or here, I've got some more red in here. That's cut already. Here we go. I've got this. Is that 2 pieces? Yes, it is. Good. We can do that one. That'll be perfect. And this is, trim that off. There we go. Hugs and kisses. Isn't that fun? Oh, yes, that is so pretty. And then this one can go on there. And then we just have 1 white one left. Alrighty, we are going to do this. Nice. Perfect. Oh, this is the waterlogged paper. My mother-in-law from Florida, when they had Hurricane Sandy. That was quite a few years back. Yep. And I guess I've still got some of this paper. That's fun. That's nice. All right. And then we can put this on here. And green. That's going to be gorgeous. Oh, that is so pretty. This would be nice for Valentine's or Christmas. Or just somebody who likes red. That's really pretty. I like that. My husband's talking to the cat. Yep, he is. There, that's pretty. I like that. Guess I could put another one at the bottom since I've got 3 of these. Perfect. All right. There, that is gorgeous. Now we've got one more, so we can do this one. And I'm starting to run low on ink in this glue stick. So I'll have to pull out another one when I'm done with this. XOXOXO. That's so pretty. Here, let's put this one up in this corner. Why not? And then we could put this one on the inside. Perfect. Like so. And we need greens. Whoops, and I'm just flipping them all over here. Oh, there's more of those pink ones. And I didn't realize I had little trees in here too. Alrighty. I can do that. And I can do this one. That's pretty. Nice idea. Voila. That's nice. All right, good. Those are pretty. Those went together real quick and easy. What do you think of those? Oops, there's one more. Alrighty, so we've got to do one more color. Let's see, what's on? Oh, there's another one of those purpley ones, or those blue ones. Ooh, wait a minute. What about that one? That's pretty. Ooh, and that one is too. Ooh, I like that, but I think I like that one better. Okay, let's do that one. So let's trim this one down. So put that at 5 1/4. And then let's go ahead and do 4. Yeah, why not? We'll do a full front. And then we'll just have this small piece left. That is really pretty. Do I want to cut those off and add them on? Yeah, let's do that. There's 1/4 of an inch, or 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. There. All right. Then we could put these on. And I'm doing this piece first because it's got to be pretty close to the edge here with 1/8 of an inch border in order for it to fit because of the way I cut it. So then this should fit on, and then this will fit on over here. Perfect. Check it out. All right. Oh, this glue stick looks really nasty. Looks like the grandkids used it when they were little. There, and then this one. Perfect. All right, now that's pretty. Then this can go on there. Right there. And then some greens. That's really pretty. I like this sprig. This is a nice greenery sprig. That's pretty. All right, then this can go on the inside. And I think I want this side to show. So we'll go ahead and do like so. Perfect. Nice. Alrighty, we did it. Holy guacamoles. Those came out nice. Okay. So now I'm very pleased because we ended up using up all of those flowers, and that was my goal. I really wanted to do that. So let me put this elastic away. All right, so let's look at these now and see what we've got. We've got this one. That's really pretty. Now I've got to decide, do I want words on them or what else? Here, let's do the red ones. Blue. Those are really pretty. I like those. What do you think of those? Aren't they sharp? Nice. Okay. So I'm thinking either some bling or words. I don't want to take away from the flower though, so it's got to be something small. So let's look in the words and see what we have. That's always fun to lay stuff out and see what we've got. There we go. Get those in there. Because yes, I'm going to use those on something. Because they'll all match with this. All right, so words. Let's see. Words. Versus. Here, that's a good idea. I could use some of these. This is a whole book that somebody gave me. Oh, I guess I was torn out. Somebody gave it to me, and it's got so many sayings in it. And I thought, you know what? I was just going to save it and just write them all out. And then I thought, why? Cut them apart and use them. Especially since the covers were ripped off anyway, so. Yep, me as well. Here, I've just got to make a decision on which side I like better. All questions will eventually be answered. I like that. That's true. Hang on longer than your competition. I like this one. All questions will eventually be answered. All right, that's a good one. I'll definitely go for that one. Perfect. And how many do I need? I need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Ooh, cool. Alrighty. We can deal with that. Be original. Do something of your own design. Time is more important to people who do things. There. Let's do that one. I like that. Use your memory to make your life more enjoyable. Ooh, I like that. That's 3. Something ordinary in the past becomes valuable in the future. Enter into marriage knowing that it will not be perfect. Oh, that's true. Something ordinary in the past becomes valuable in the future. You know what? That's true. That's kind of deep, isn't it? Throughout history, man has attempted to alter his consciousness. Do not become angry with people who do not agree with your opinion. Ooh, I like that one. That is so true. Alrighty. There's 5, so I need 5 more. Perform acts of goodness from within. He who hesitates is sometimes saved. Oh, that's so true. I like that one. Alrighty. Actively pursue the goal and all the particulars of your daily life. Do not become what you cannot stand. There you go. That's true. That's good advice. There's one. Believe in yourself with all your tenacity. I like that. Dream big. I guess we're keeping dream big. Leave nothing for tomorrow that you can do today. All right. That's good. And we need one more. Chop your own world. It will warm you twice. I like that. Learning consists in daily accumulating. I like that. Isn't that the truth? We definitely do accumulate each and every day, don't we? Okay, let's move this aside and let's start putting these on. Words of wisdom for the day. What do you think of that? All right. And we're just going to stick that right on there. I like that. Then I just cut off. Yep. Leave nothing for tomorrow that you can do today. Amen. Here, we'll put this in the corner. Like so. Alrighty. Dream big. That'll work. Oh, we are definitely at the end now. Dream big. That goes perfect there. And glue stick. Do I have another one? Yes, I do. Right here. Yay me. All right. I love that. Do not become what you cannot stand. Yep. That's good advice. I didn't get that all the way over to the end. Let's try that again. Believe in yourself with all your tenacity. I really like that. Especially since that's not a normal, typical word, tenacity, that people use every day. So that's kind of fun to find a way to use it. Oh, that's funny. That reminds me when we were growing up and my mom would get the Reader's Digest and the words with the definitions, she would always tell us the words, the list of words, and tell us the definitions, and then each day we would have to try to use those words. And that was fun. That was a nice little challenge. Sometimes I didn't like it, but as I got older, I kind of enjoyed it. Use your memory to make your life more enjoyable. I really like that. These are perfect words for on these. Uh-oh, how did I end up getting extra on here? Got a little carried away. That's okay. That just rhymed. Carried away, that's okay. I really like that one. All the answers will eventually be, all the questions will eventually be answered. I like it, I like it. All right, so 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess I did just cut an extra one. Little did I know. Alrighty. So that's pretty good. And we still have one of these bits here. Did I forget this on the inside of any of these? Oh, I did. This is the one. Okay, let's put this in there. I'm glad I saw that. There. Oh yeah. How perfect. Okay, now a little bit more bling. What time are we at? 46 minutes. We've got enough time to add a little bit more bling. Why not? Let's do that. All right, so I'm thinking definitely some red ones. Well, we can see if we can use up some of these. Ooh, I've got some nice big bling. Wonder if that would take away. Maybe if I did these ones, they would be okay. Got a tickle on my nose. All right, let's see. I think that'll be pretty. Right there. That's pretty. I like that. Okay. That one's good. Let's do the same thing. That's pretty. All right, this one can go over here. That is nice. Just that simple little, couple little more pieces of bling on there. That makes a difference. Alrighty. That's neat. So what do you think of these? Simple dimple layouts. Simple little flowers. All right, now we need different colors. So now we need that blue right there, turquoise blue. That's perfect. All right, this one I think we'll just do 1, 2, 3. That's pretty. And this one, maybe those two up there again. Why not? No, let's do them right in the middle. That's pretty. Alrighty. That color with that, nor that. All right, let's do a different. That one, yes, that's better, especially for this one. That pale blue, that's just so pretty. There's that one. That's pretty. Alrighty, dighty. And some type of, well, actually that blue would be pretty on here. Let's do the blue, why not? One, 2, and 3. I'm liking these. Why not? Let's do it. All right, I'm pleased with those. They came out rather nice. Impervasive. All right, let's put these back in the box and close that up. And I can close these up. And then we can put these back in my drawer over here. There. And I can lay these out for you. Let me show you close up first. Okay, so we've got this one. Whoops. And this one. 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 I think this one's my favorite. And this one, though I love that layout. And this one. All right, so I'm going to leave this one up because that's my favorite. If you've got a favorite out of these, let me know in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed today. So pull out some embellishments. Pull out some flowers. If you're like me, you've got tons and tons of flowers. Pull some of those out and match them up with some decorative papers. And go ahead and cut the papers in different shapes and sizes and play around with them. That's a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed today's happy hour. And until we meet again, happy crafting. Bye-bye.